As Donald Trump returns for a second term as US president, understanding Russia's war economy becomes increasingly crucial. While some of Trump's advisors believe Ukraine should pursue peace by whatever means necessary to end the violence, this view assumes that Russia can sustain the war for years. However, evidence suggests that Russia lacks the resources to continue the conflict indefinitely. Despite Western sanctions, Russia's economy has shown surprising resilience. Its oil, gas, and commodity exports continue, aided by sanctions evasion and policy loopholes. Russia's GDP grew by 3.6% in 2023, and unemployment dropped from 4.4% to 2.4% by September 2024. Moscow has expanded its defense sector, increasing personnel and production of artillery shells, drones, and bombs. However, the economy is heading toward a crisis as production cannot keep up with losses on the battlefield. By mid-2025, Russia will face shortages in key weapon systems. One of Russia's major challenges is replacing artillery and tank barrels, as it loses more than 100 tanks and 220 artillery pieces each month, yet can only produce 20 barrels a month. The country lacks the necessary machinery to scale up production and may need to rely on foreign suppliers, like China, for barrel replacements. In addition to artillery shortages, Russia has lost almost 5,000 infantry fighting vehicles since the war began, and its production capacity is far outpaced by consumption. Labor shortages in the defense sector further strain the economy as the military competes with defense contractors for workers, driving up wages and contributing to inflation. Military spending has ballooned to 7% of GDP and will soon consume 41% of the state budget. This unsustainable expenditure is propped up by military Keynesianism, but any significant reduction in defense spending could plunge the economy into a recession, threatening political stability. The Kremlin faces tough choices: continue the war at the cost of long-term economic health, demobilize and risk a recession, or maintain an oversized military that stifles growth. Another option, using military aggression to seize resources similar to past historical precedents like Napoleon and Saddam Hussein, might seem appealing. Russia could target Ukraine's agricultural, gas, and mineral resources, or use military threats to coerce European countries into easing sanctions. Ultimately, Russia cannot sustain the war much beyond late 2025. But even if the fighting stops, the country will face new economic and geopolitical challenges that threaten European security. The West must remain vigilant and prepare for these future threats, even as it addresses the ongoing conflict in Ukraine.